this is Dion Blanks with the Economic Empowerment Circle, and I would like to welcome you back to my channel. So today's topic is how we can prevent a holiday hangover this season. Yes, a holiday debt hangover, that is. So you might be saying, what in the world is a holiday debt hangover? So let me explain it to you with a couple of statistics. So as of 2021, the average American spent about $1,100 on Christmas shopping, and much of that was spent on credit cards. And according to Money Geek, even from 2021, there was a lot of debt that was quote unquote hung over that still has not been paid off. As a matter of fact, right now there are about 40% of Americans who still have not paid off last year's credit card bill for what they spent on Christmas. Now, if you're aged 35 to 54, that number increases to about 48% have unpaid holiday bills from last Christmas. And so that's what I call a holiday debt hangover, is whenever you have money that you spent last year and it just hangs around on your credit card and is followed by the next year. You do the exact same thing, so your credit card bills just build and build and build. Even if you have been awesome and not spending on your cards or either paying them off every month, something about that holiday season just makes you so emotional that you feel like you have to go ahead and charge it, and you'll get around to paying it off whenever you can. Okay, so today in the topic, we want to talk about how we can prevent that holiday debt hangover. So I have a couple of tips I'm going to share with you. It's about 4 tips that I want you to really listen to, and I want you to drop some comments under the video if you have any more holiday tips of what you can do or what you plan to do to prevent excessive credit card debt this year. Okay, so let's get started with one more statistic. So according to the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, total household debt increased 15.58 trillion with a T, trillion dollars between Q3 and Q4 of 2021. That's a lot of holiday shopping. So just in that last quarter of the year, household debt increased 15.58 trillion dollars. I hope you were not contributing to that, but if so, today's session is for you. So number 1 for my tips for you so that you will not have a holiday debt hangover is, can we normalize not buying a gift for every single adult in your family? Okay, now I don't know about you, but I am from a very large family. We get together, we eat, we do all kinds of things, but buying individual gifts is something that we do not do, okay? So I don't know if this is explaining your family situation or not, but if you have a lot of people in your family, I bet you they would not be mad if you suggested doing maybe something like a secret Santa, where you all put all of the names in a hat and then draw out one name, 20 individual gifts that you're giving to aunts, uncles, cousins, trying to remember everybody on the list. So that is number 1, is normalize not giving a gift to every single person in your family, especially if they are adults. Now, I've had clients to implement just this one strategy, and the funny thing about it is there were other people in their families who were not in a great financial situation who were actually relieved that this suggestion was made. So bring that back to your family and see what they feel about doing something like a secret Santa, as opposed to everybody trying to buy a gift for everybody else in the family. So that's the number 1 tip. Make sure that you normalize not trying to buy a gift for everybody in your family. And just to add on, this is like a part B to that first tip. Whenever you start listing out the people on your list, a lot of times that list can grow and grow and grow, especially if you say, okay, if I buy my son's basketball coach a gift, I need to buy the assistant coach a gift, and what about the team mom? And it can go on and on and on. So make sure that you are not trying to buy gifts for everybody. Some people can get a card this year if that is what you decide to do. So that is number 1 Make sure you're not buying every adult in your family a gift, and also stop adding to the list of people that you have to get gifts for, okay? So number 2 is go in with a plan. A lot of people show up at Target or Walmart or wherever the case may be without a plan. They just have a memorized list of people that they need to shop for Christmas, and they're gonna run in here and, oh, I got to get this person and that person a gift, and they have it all memorized. Nothing is written down. They have no idea exactly who they are buying for and what they want to buy for that person. So it's a great idea to go ahead and go in with a plan. Now, what does this plan look like? It's not complicated at all. All you would do is simply say, who do I want to purchase a gift for this year, and how much do I want to spend on this person? Once you have those 2 things established, the next thing you can do is go ahead and start brainstorming on ideas for gifts for each of those people on your list, okay? So going in with a plan will help you and prevent you from just overspending and just paying too much for things that don't even make sense, and a lot of times you'll just be overspending on things that are not necessary and buying for people who you didn't even plan to buy for just because you see something that may fit them. They weren't even on your original list to buy for. So go in with a plan is my number 2 tip for not having a holiday hangover. And then number 3, start shopping early. So instead of cutting it close every single year, maybe going in the week before and just hurrying up trying to do all your shopping, a lot of the deals will come on Black Friday. And it's a great idea if you go ahead and start planning at least by November for what you want to get those people that you just listed out on your spending plan, what you wanted to get them. Now you have time to look out for sales. You can comparison shop, and you'll go into it and start building up your Christmas gifts early this year. So by the time Christmas rolls around, oh, you already had that done. You let them, the other folks, try to break down the Best Buy door while you home chilling, because you've already done your list. You've already made sure that you know who you're shopping for, and you already have a plan for what you are going to purchase them. So you'll have this part out of the way, and you can go ahead and start shopping early and get your holiday shopping over with. There's nothing worse than being caught up on Black Friday with all of these deals and you don't know which way to turn first. Go in with a plan before Black Friday. So if you identify gifts that you want to get as presents for someone, you can go ahead and check all the sales papers to see where they are online. Of course, I say sales paper, but I mean online sales, to see where you can get those things at a discount. So that is number 3. So let's just review real quick. Number 1 was normalize not buying for every single adult in your family, and be careful about adding on coaches, teachers, counselors. We can go on and on for the people that we are grateful for, but they do not have to make it to your Christmas present list, because that list will grow out of control very, very quickly. Number 2 is start with a plan. Don't just go in there, have no idea how much you want to spend on each person. Write down who you want to spend on, how much you want to spend, and then gift ideas for them. And number 3, start shopping early. Now, I have a lot of clients who start the year off going ahead and accumulating Christmas gifts for the next year. If you know those people on your list and you know what they like, there is nothing at all wrong with you going ahead and shopping during the year for Christmas at the end of the year. So when I say plan ahead, that's what I mean. Go ahead and start shopping as early as possible for Christmas. So that is number 3. Let's go on to number 4. Now, number 4, I know a lot of people are going to say that's not what Christmas is, but I want you to understand that every gift does not have a price tag. Some gifts are priceless. And so let me make sure that I explain what I mean by this. So when I say some gifts are priceless, say for example, you have an elderly neighbor who's been really good to you, very sweet to your children, and you want to get them something special. Now, I'm going to call her Miss Hattie, because I had a neighbor named Miss Hattie when I was growing up. So Miss Hattie is as sweet as pie, okay? Now, you know that she would look good at that, inside of that purple sweater from, say, Kohl's or wherever it might be that she likes to shop. No problem. She may look amazing in that sweater, but what she may appreciate even more is if you and your family go out on a Saturday morning without even being asked and go ahead and rake up all of her leaves, bag them up for her, and have them on the corner. That can be an early Christmas gift for her that does not cost anything but a little bit of time, and that may be much more appreciated than something that you can buy off of a shelf. So that is just one example. There are many examples that you can do that don't come along with the price tag, but that would be appreciated just as much, if not more, than something that you could buy off of a shelf. So just consider that, and the people that are on your spending plan or on your list for Christmas, make sure that you consider those priceless gifts that you can give to them as well, okay? So I love to do things like that. So that's number 4. And especially if you are a baker or someone who likes to bake, please don't discredit going to the Dollar Tree, getting a cookie tin and making that person's favorite dessert and putting it in there and giving it to them as a gift on Christmas. It really is the thought that counts around this time of the year. So I want you to consider what you can do that does not necessarily come with the price tag, all right? Now, number 5 is my last tip for you. So I have a secret, okay? My secret is that Christmas falls on the 25th of December every single year without fail. Every year it comes around, it's the same date every single year. So do you know what that means? It means you do not need to get caught off guard every year and not be prepared for Christmas. So on this Christmas, I want you to give yourself the gift of preparation, okay? This Christmas, I want you to make a promise to yourself to not have a holiday debt hangover. And you can do this by going ahead and putting away money inside of a Christmas fund every single month, okay? And so if you have the average person spending about $1,100 each Christmas on credit cards, what can you do to prevent that easily and still spend and do what you want to do after you've gone through the other tips, but also go into it with a plan? Now, if you start in January or December of this year saving for next Christmas, that's a whole 12 months before Christmas rolls around. When? December 25th again next year, okay? So what you can do is go ahead and set up a fund at your bank or wherever you want to hold these savings for Christmas. And instead of spending $1,100 once a year on Christmas, you can go ahead and set aside like $92 per month or $95 a month every single month until Christmas rolls around. Now, can you feel how relieved you would be if you already had a pot of money set aside specifically for gift giving? You could give and go ahead and shop for the people who you want to shop for without going into debt, okay? Because you plan for it the entire year as opposed to having it sneak up on you every single year. It is not a secret. You know when Christmas is going to be, so we have plenty of time to plan for next Christmas, okay? So those are my tips for you for how not to have a holiday debt hangover this year. I hope that you all have enjoyed this, and I will see you next time, and happy holidays to you.